So Alba Palm Beach, Alba means first ray of light. So what's really exciting about that is, and we'll go into the amenities later, but we have sunshine from the building from the first ray to the last ray with our amenity level. And we'll go into that floor plan. But you can see it here. We are 55 units. That includes our 4 townhomes in the front of the building that's on the water. And we're directly on the intercoastal. We're the only new construction directly on the intercoastal, which means we're east of Flagler. And there's a bit of a lifestyle difference that you can experience with that. So we have 8 boat slips. One will be a day dock. We have paddleboard and bike storage. So you're gonna be able to take your paddleboard, launch it right into the intercoastal, or take your bike and take it along to Curry Park or the West Palm Beach Green Market, everything in the city. So where this area is called Northwood is 8 minutes north of downtown. So it's only an 8-minute north drive. To the breakers, it's going to be about 10 minutes. But there's a lot of exciting things that are coming to Northwood. You have Nora that's going to be completed at the end of this year. That's commercial. You have the district at Northwood. And then you have this major Curry Park transformation with pickleball and the docks that are right there on the waterfront. Just south of our buildings, the Palm Beach Sailing Club. It's a staple of our area. A lot of families love to go there and to learn to sail, and they have regattas. And then north of it, there's a manatee rescue center, and you can learn about the manatees there. So some things that are here, but you're getting into competitive pricing before everything's completed. So that's what's really exciting. We do start at 2.3 for our condos. And those are going to be with a south exposure, but the terrace is almost 53 feet in length. So it's really expansive from the water to the sunset west. So from east to west. Going further into our building. So all the units, they do range mostly from 2 to 3 bedrooms until you get into the townhomes or the penthouses. And that's where you're going to see 4 bedrooms. This gives you a map of kind of what we went into with the Northwood. You can see that site where it says A. Just north of that at 10 northeast is going to be Peanut Island. A lot of people like to visit there. The waters are crystal clear, gorgeous. And then once you continue east, that's where you have the inlet. And then just south is Safe Harbor Rybovich Marina. There is a restaurant there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's phenomenal. There's also a building called the Icon. It's luxury rentals. We have a lot of clients who purchase in Alba who are renting in that building. And that's going to open up a cafe it's a 4-minute walk from Alba. So they're going to have this awesome cafe, an Italian restaurant that's coming. And then just below number 7 is where we're going to have that Curry Park transformation. And we're going to be changing this map to add the other ones I mentioned, which was Nora and the district at Northwood. And from that site, when you look into the Breakers 12, it's only 10 minutes. And then where we're located, our sales gallery is number 11, and that's going to be 8 minutes. So just a little bit about West Palm Beach. 41% of the movers are coming from New York. We have a lot of people come from New York, but we are seeing a huge trend of international buyers as well. A lot of people coming from Canada. We do participate in EB-5. So we do have the program where you can have permanent residency from it's investing into our next Alba project. Not this one is fully funded. So for future projects, and you can see a little bit with the demographic. The median age is 39. West Palm Beach is really changing. We have the Bright Line that you all may be familiar with. It's going to be connecting from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca, West Palm. They finished to Orlando, and that will continue to Tampa. And just a few things that are around the area. You have Wellington, which is the equestrian world with International Polo Club out there and dressage. Palm Beach Gardens, only 20 minutes. Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter, 25 minutes, where you have a lot of golf haven there. And then Boca Del Rey is going to be the 25-30 minutes going south. And then Palm Beach Island, which is right across the bridge, 7 minutes away. So there's a ton to do in the West Palm Beach area overall. then just a ton of companies that are moving here and their headquarters are being located to here. So we're really excited to see those companies make that migration to West Palm Beach. It's really becoming a city. We see a lot of movement even coming from Miami, moving into the West Palm Beach area. So new development, we are, like I said, the only ones that are directly on the water. Before us, the only building to do that was the Bristol. And we know what happened with the Bristol. They are now multi-million-dollar units. They're unbelievable. And even though that's directly on the water, actually right in front of it is a public walkway. So the difference that you're going to have with ours is it's going to be completely private and secluded on the waterfront. So you have La Clara that was already built, Forte, and then we have future ones that are even coming north of Alba. So you can see that migration that's coming north. Alara has announced Alara #2 coming, but we know that Related and Jeff Green, they've all bought up lots north of Alba. So we just see that really that high in interest right now in Northwood.
Great.
And this shows you a little bit. You can see where the Alba site is, just north where the Related purchase, Jeff Green purchase, just south where I mentioned earlier with the Icon. Those are the luxury rentals, and there's a dining club, beach club there called the Cove, and then Rybovich. And it looks large, looks spanned out further on this map. It's really only a 4-minute walk. It's really close. Here's some renderings. We work with Spina O'Rourke, architect and design. They're well renowned in the area. This is going to be our lobby. We're going to have a 24/7 man gate, security, or you can also self-park. After you enter in through the lobby, we will have Amazon refrigeration lockers so you can have your groceries delivered if you're not home. We will have a beautiful conference room, 2 Zoom rooms. This was designed during like the COVID era, but we do know that we still love to have those room areas. And then as you go forward, there's going to be 2 separate elevators. So it's going to be semi-private elevators shared with only 2 stacks. And we'll go more into the stacks, but we have A, B, C, and D. And so your elevator, for example, if you were entering an A and B, would only open up to your units. And it's not shared with all 4 sides. It's only going to be shared with 1/2. This is giving an idea of our terrace. All of our terraces have summer kitchens. So that comes standard. You're going to have the electric grill, a sink, and then you can choose the upgrade with a refrigerator and ice maker. And this is going to be looking at our B stack, which has direct east and south looking towards the city, Palm Beach, and then also when it looks east, Palm Beach Island, which is straight ahead in that photo, and then beyond of the ocean. We have different palettes. One is going to be a lighter color and then a darker color. There will be quartz countertops. What will come standard in that kitchen is the quartz countertops, a Talcraft cabinetry from Italy, Wolf appliances, Sub-Zero. It's all going to be top of the line. So when you purchase your unit, there's not all these add-ons or finishes. Like you already have top of the line finishes. There's just other little upgrades if you'd like to do, like I mentioned, out on the terrace. These are going to be those views from the living room where you can see in the B stack. The B stack has gone really fast. We actually only have 1 unit remaining in this floor plan with these views. The primary. This is giving you an idea of a lower penthouse primary bath. The only difference in the other units is that his and her sinks would be on one side. But it's going to have these beautiful finishes with the standalone tub. There could be, you could add a steam for the steam shower, and another upgrade would be the Toto bidet if you would like.
Great.
I love this room. Now we're going into our amenities. So this is our private dining space that you can rent out for you and your guests. With us only having 55 units, what comes with it is everyone receives a wine locker. So you'll have this wine storage locker. Behind the lockers is going to be a commercial grade kitchen to bring in your chef or your caterer. So you get to rent out this space. be able to bring in your chef, have your own wine, and then have this stunning view of the water with you and your guests. It's absolutely going to be beautiful.
Mhm.
Right off of our sunrise pool is going to be the owner's lounge. It's just giving you one viewpoint in the Dropbox. If you don't have it, I'll send it over to you. But another viewpoint is going to show that we have a fireplace, we're going to have a pool table. It's going to be a really large space, and you could rent this out. Oh, actually, sorry, it does give you another view of it. So you can kind of see it is pretty large.
Yeah.
Off of from that dining space, we're then going into the fitness center. So you're gonna have fitness centers that are looking to the north towards that Peanut Island, Singer Island area that I pointed out earlier. And then to the east, it's gonna be a recessed portion of the building, but still having those direct east views. This is the sunrise pool. So it's gonna have those sunrise hours. It's gonna have the hot tub. I mean, you can be there all hours of the day, but the sunshine as it shifts, you can move over to the sunset pool. And off of the sunrise pool, you can kind of see tucked in the back is going to be that owner's lounge. And then our sunset pool, it's going to have, of course, these gorgeous views that are unbelievable. And then it's also going to have more activities like bocce ball, chess, and it will have a grill area. Some of those finishes, we talked about the quartz countertops. Like I said, everything's going to come top of the line. Everything is included in the pricing that we went over. And this is just the darker finishes for you to see. The kitchen appliances. We will have also an induction stovetop with a downward vent. So it made it that none of your views were going to be obstructed. So the vent will come up and you can then use it that way. And then it lowers back down.
Mhm.
Some of those appliances outdoors that we went over. And then now we can go a little bit into the floor plan to give you a better glimpse of this. So number 3, how we enter in through that lobby. We go through to number 5, where you're going to see those conference rooms. Number 8 is going to be the mail room, but also where you're going to find the Amazon refrigeration lockers. And then as we move forward, what's really exciting is that we're going to have an all sports simulator room in number 7. So that's going to include golf, and that's a big deal for a lot of people in Florida, as we know. And when you purchase in Alba, you have 1 year the Palm Beach Yacht Club, and that has a ton of reciprocals in the area, including golf at the Breakers West through the summertime. So you have number 6, bike storage. Number 10 is going to be your paddleboard storage that will come with your unit. And then if you need to purchase additional unit space at number 9, you can do so for $50,000. Before we go into, oh, go ahead.
Say again about the 50,000.
So you can purchase at number 9 additional storage units for $50,000.
Okay, great.
And then before we go into the amenity level, I'll just let you know 1 parking space comes per unit, and you can purchase additional for $100,000.
And do we have any idea how big it is, the storage room?
Yes, we've been looking at they've kind of been varying just slightly, but it looks around 6 by 5 and 10 feet high.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you.
So when we go into this amenity level, we have 25,000 square feet of amenities. So now you can see the floor plan better, starting at number 12 of that sunrise pool, 11 moving into that owner's lounge. We also are going to have at number 10 a spa services with infrared sauna, steam room, and lockers, and there will be both men and women side. And then number 9 and 8, just looking more into those treatments and where it's divided per gender. Number 7, that caterer's kitchen. Number 6, moving into that private dining room. And then number 5 and 4 is going to be your whole fitness center, from fitness to number 4 being more of the Pilates and yoga studio. And then onward to number 3, which is going to be your sunset pool. 1 is going to be that barbecue lounge area, and 2, the bocce ball, and near there is also going to be the chess. So that kind of gives you a flow through the amenity level. This is our developer, Kenny. He has done many projects down in Miami, primarily with Blue Road. I think we have it on our, oh yes, perfect. We have it on our next slide. This is a lot of projects that they have successfully completed. They have a lot of experience in the business. So even though it's their first one in West Palm Beach, it is not their first by far. They have a lot of different projects that they have done.
Beautiful.
This is Spino O'Rourke, who we work with, who's next door, who's phenomenal in our area. And then for construction, we're working with Moss Construction, who also is really well known nationally. And that's a little bit about the slide and presentation. Now I would love to open it up for any questions that you have.
Excellent. Okay. If you may know more than me. I had a chance to go to the location, where you had the sales presentation, and they really, teach me a lot over there. But I forget to ask something. Why buy in Palm Beach, a unit like that? Can you please argument a little bit, why Palm Beach and why the Alba?
As opposed to like other places in Florida, or?
Yes, compare with Miami, Broward, Orlando. So why Alba? Why in Palm Beach?
Yeah, so we're seeing that growth coming from South, from Miami, from Boca. For one, we're super competitive with pricing. For waterfronts, I mean, even with HOAs, our HOAs is only $1.83 a square foot. Also our rental program, if someone does want to use that, you can rent for a minimum of 30 days, 3 times a year, which is pretty flexible for condos. But overall, Palm Beach, I mean, the dining scene is amazing. It's going to be more of that laid back feel, but still having the city life. Not as, I think there's just like more hustle and bustle in Miami than that, definitely that we experience. And also the schools are phenomenal. I mean, there's a lot of families that are moving here where we see all the companies that are moving here. That's creating a lot of growth in the area. So it's not just Northwood, it's West Palm overall. I grew up here, so I'm seeing West Palm really become a city, but
Yeah.
in the best of ways because it's all just new. It's all new and fresh. So
Yes, I think yeah. And another thing that I would like to add is there is not too much traffic, honestly. For example, compared to
it's true.
Miami. And,
Yes.
and you say it right. Is Palm Beach is laid back, to raise families, to raise kids. It's an amazing, site. So I have all my family here, and raise all my kids here. And honestly, as you mentioned, the school are A+, very well. People are more behaved, I would say, than other areas. But yeah, I think that's the why of Alba. Why you can invest in Alba, just because it's so tranquil, it's so peaceful, and yeah, you're absolutely right. I have a couple more question regarding the townhome. The townhomes is already sold. The
We
townhouse.
have one remaining. So our last one remaining is 10.1. It's the very last townhome. We actually don't even have it on the MLS because we know it will go so fast. So we just been doing word of mouth at this time. But yes, we had 4 total and down to 1. And it's something that you don't see anywhere in our area. I mean, having a townhome in the front of the building like that with all the building amenities, you really have your house on the water with all the benefits of a condo.
Yes, and can we dip a little bit about the townhome? Can I see the lay or the plan if you have it? I tell you why, because as you mentioned 10 million, it's about 10 million, right? That's the cost.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
three story.
It's actually 3 stories.
And the top, because I don't know exactly, the top it has a bathroom and the bath, or the second floor. I just don't know. I love to, I know it's only one, it may be gone today. Who knows? Tell
Yeah,
me.
it's and while I'm pulling up our Dropbox bill to show you that floor plan, it's 3 stories. There's a terrace off of every story, and on this unit, it's gonna have the plunge pool on the rooftop, which is really neat. It's gonna be about 4,000 square feet. It will have a private inside that's gonna be only opening up to your unit. Let me go ahead and share my screen again.
What I really like about Alba is the size of the units and the decoration. And it's compared with other things that I seen. I really like this product. The
Well,
decoration.
I'm so happy to hear that because we are like so thrilled. And even where Alba used to be was where I went, where I learned to scuba dive. And so it's really exciting. Like I just know the area so well. It used to be the scuba center and it's where I used to go diving. And anyways, it's a really special place. So I'm thrilled. We have so much excitement for it. And I'm glad you do too. So this is the townhome. You could decide your parking space in the garage of where you would like that parking space to be, depending where you would want to enter into your space. Typically, we would see it be on that second story. So like on here, it's showing us fourth because you're on the second. The townhome stack is like the first two floors are one unit, and then the 3 stories above it are the second unit. So that's why it's looking as third, fourth, fifth. But where you would enter in, let's say the fourth, would be your kitchen and the primary bedroom. So you would have there, but you can see where you would have your elevator that would go within your unit. And then there's a terrace off of every floor. And then that rooftop floor, which is going to be your entertaining space. And then you're going to have the summer kitchen and the plunge pool. Of course, you still have the sunrise and sunset pool in the building too, but this is just able to have your own one that's with the views right at the water.
Amazing. Great, great. I think yeah, I think I have let me see if I have something else to ask. But I think you covered most of them. I pull up some information here. So we talk about, the location already. So close the alpha association service. So you talk about, how close are in, to the restaurants and the Jack Club and the Breaker. So that's great. That's great. It's an amazing location because I normally work in Palm Beach area and 33480, and this is just an addition to that, and it's very affordable. If you see compare with other units that is selling right now in Palm Beach, they as you mentioned Bristol, how much is the penthouse in Bristol right now? Do you have any idea? Or
Oh my gosh. I mean,
I
10 times, I mean, 25 million, if not more. Like,
and they sell it for I think 5 or 6. I forget when but it's coming. It added very quickly this location.
absolutely, absolutely. And we're really going to see this whole area transform because we're seeing all the developers who have purchased land north of us. We see the commercial that's being built with Nora, which is so soon and exciting, with all the different restaurants and shopping, and the leases have already been signed. I mean, once these projects are completed, then we're going to have our next price tier increase. So it's like the most competitive pricing is right now. And what's great is with our summer program, we're doing a big push where we have 5% co-broker commission. We have $15,000 in upgrades to your clients. That's just going to be through the summer months. So it's a really push right now because, of course, it's our off season. But then once we come back into season, that's when we're going to have a price increase.
And the good thing is that this unit, I mean, that they have it right now is zero lease. We call it zero lease. The developer has a special price before it get to a certain percentage of sale. In other words, if you separate your unit today, it's gonna be profitable very quickly, and probably when it's end. And also we forget to ask you a question. Do you have they already start up the project, right? And which is a good thing, I guess. They already start the project. They already start building the project.
Yes, yes, Moss Construction's out there. So the seawall is completed. They're putting the pilings in and we're about to go vertical. And we
Incredible.
are fully funded. So this is a fully funded project. We are going up.
Yeah, wow, that's great. So yeah, I think that's covered everything, all my question. And I see people join now, but we had the chance to stop by there. We got a couple of gifts, Alba, and one more thing, Ariel, before you leave. Do you have any idea if the builder have any incentive now that we can disclosure, like limited, maybe um incentive that we can disclosure today, or maybe we can talk in private? Do you know what I mean? Any incentive that they say, well, we can give this if we purchase before
So
the.
those two that I mentioned are the two that are available before September 15th, which is the 5% co-broker commission. We were 3. So that's a big jump. We're increasing, and that's going into effect next week. The emails are going out to everyone to 5%, and then a $15,000 in credits of upgrades to your buyer.
Okay, that's great. $10,000. All right, so I'm gonna make this note here, and that may be limited, of course. The $15,000. It's not gonna be until the end. Okay, and now we have everything sold, probably 25 or 30 units around, maybe
Yes. Yep. So we're about 50% sold.
50%. Wow, that's amazing.
Mhm.
So thank you. I know the area very well. I know it's gonna be a boom. And I know everybody will be a replica developer who will try to do the same as the Alba. I want to thank to the developer and you guys for an amazing job. Thank you, Jonathan, also for invite you.
Well, thank you so much for having me and just wanting to learn more about the project. And of course, we're here for any other questions, or if you'd like to come visit the sales gallery, or even if you have a prospect, we'll go ahead and give a VIP tour. So just let us know.
Okay, great. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the things that you guys give. All right, take care.
Thank you. Bye.